Hi, Paul from Trekitt here. We've come out on this glorious spring day up to the Black Mountains to talk you through some of our new packs for spring summer. This is the Deuter Futura 30. Now Deuter have been making rucksacks and packs and all sorts of related items for hundreds of years. They started out by making postal sacks for the Bavarian post office and then developed their skills and knowledge to turn that into some of the world's best and most robust and most reliable hiking and trekking packs. So Deuter is one of the biggest brands in Europe. It's not new to the UK, it's relatively new to Trekitt. We have dabbled in the past, but this year we're much more confident with the range and we're really happy to present these products to you. So let's go through the Futura 30. First and foremost, it's a good day or even a lightweight multi-day hiking and trekking pack. Okay, it doesn't pretend to be anything else. It doesn't try and be all packs to all people. So you wouldn't use this for cycling, you wouldn't use it for mountain biking, you wouldn't use it for skiing. It is first and foremost a hiking and trekking pack. Think of it as your absolutely archetypal day trekking pack. So 30 litres should give you enough space for all the odds and ends that you would carry with you. You know, your waterproofs, your first aid kit, your emergency kit, some spare food, water, spare insulating layers, all those kind of bits and pieces that you would carry with you for a full day out in the mountains. So the thing about Deuter, like I said earlier, it's all built around quality and durability. So they're not the lightest packs. Well, the Futura certainly isn't. They do some lightweight packs in their range, but the Futura is all about dependability and reliability. It's made from a good, strong, robust fabric, but the key to this pack, and the key to most of the Deuter range, to be honest, is their Aircomfort back system. Now, Deuter were the first people to use this kind of trampoline back system. They developed the whole thing, and like as it always goes, everybody copies, but these are the originators of it, so they should really know what they're doing with it. So the air mesh back system basically uses a curved metal frame here, an alloy wire frame, which creates an air space between your back and the mesh and the pack itself. Now, it won't stop you sweating. You'd have to have some kind of complicated medical procedure to stop you from sweating. But what it does do is it allows air to circulate between the pack and your body, allowing if you're wearing a good base layer and some good technical clothing, allow that to dry out quickly so you feel more comfortable and you don't get that nasty, horrible cold sensation when you put the pack on after a rest, or if you're working hard, it just stops the moisture from clogging up in your clothes and getting that evaporative heat loss. The other thing about the Aircomfort system, as you can probably gather, is the comfort. So we talked about the air, lots of ventilation, and the comfort. So this pack is designed to carry, reasonably heavy weights. If you're going to do a lightweight overnighter with this, you might have a lightweight tent, sleeping bag, stove, a bit of food. So you might have up to sort of 12, 15 kilos, in here. So you want some good load carrying capabilities. So starting from the bottom of the system, the hip belt, as you can see, is a nice firm hip belt, but not too firm. There's a little bit of flexibility in the foam here. And it's also fully breathable. So as well as the foam being ventilated, the fabric over the top of it is a mesh to allow that air to circulate through without compromising the stability and the comfort that the hip belt provides. Here's the mesh that runs up through the back, and you've got some softer sections on the outside on the contact panels on those large muscles that run down the side of your back, right up to the shoulder straps. And again, you've got vented foam with the die cuts in here to allow the air to move through the foam, and this perforated soft contact fabric here. So if you're wearing this just over a light t-shirt, it's going to feel comfortable, it's not going to rub and chafe. The shoulder straps as well are fully pivoting, so as you can see here, they're actually located to the pack behind the mesh, which allows them to float and pivot, which means that if you've got somebody with narrow shoulders, it'll fit, or somebody with wide shoulders, it'll still fit. And it allows the pack just to move with your body as you're walking and trekking to keep that comfort level up. So there's your back system, fully ventilated, fully padded, superbly supportive and comfortable. Another really nice feature on the shoulder straps, which I mentioned to Harry as soon as I put this on earlier, is the sternum strap, and it's a really small point this, but it just struck home with me how easy that is to adjust. Because when you've got the shoulder straps on, you don't want the sternum strap right up here, you don't want it too low, so you want to be able to adjust this to suit you. And on a lot of packs I've tried, this is really hard to adjust and yet fighting with it. This just slides up and down beautifully. It's another sign of just the quality that Deuter put into their packs. Little thing, but you know, makes all the difference. So let's talk about the pack itself. I've got this stuffed out today with a sleeping bag of mine, and I've got a jacket in the top here just to give it some shape and form so you can see how it looks. So storage wise, pockets wise, you've got plenty on offer here. So you've got no excuse not to take anything. On the hip belt, you've got 2 zipped mesh pockets, handy for things you want to get it quickly or to store your keys in, that kind of thing. On the side of the pack here, you've got a stretch mesh pocket, slide your water bottle down into, or even tent poles, that kind of thing if you're using this for an overnighter. So same on both sides. And then you'll notice you've got compression straps. So this one you can loosen off to allow you to put bulkier items inside this pocket to allow that stretch to fully push out, or you can tighten it up. And the top one here features a little Fastex buckle, which means it's easy to extend, and then you can wrap that round maybe a sleep mat or say like tent poles or something like that if you're using that side of the pack for that facility. And then the compression straps do what they say, they compress the pack. So if you've got less stuff in here, you don't want a lot of space for it all to rattle around, so you can use the compression straps just to pull it in and keep that load under control. And then on the front of the pack here, I'll just release the top lid. You've got another big stretch mesh pocket, and that's really handy just to slide. I'd use this for over trousers, you know, slide over trousers in there, and then if they're wet and coming off and going in here, they're not going to contaminate any of the kit in my pack, and I can whip them out quickly if it rains again. You can put your gaiters in there, anything, gloves, hats, mitts, anything that's sort of on and off and you want to grab quickly. And that's accessed again through a little Fastex buckle at the top, which is adjustable on the webbing. So on the sides here, you can see that you've got these red bungees. Now this is for your trekking poles. Put your tips of your poles through here, and then you've got a lovely little slide buckle on the top. Unclip that, put it around the handle of the pole, clip it back together, tighten it up, and there's your walking poles nicely stowed on the side of the pack. Another great feature of the Deuter pack, obviously built with European UK weather in mind, is the built-in rain cover here. This simply pops out. It's got a nice little elasticated cover. Just pop that over the bag. Pop it around the corners of the frame. Fully enclosed, and the back is still there for you to use. So on the top of the lid, you've got a big zip pocket there. I've got my trusty Atom SL in there, never go anywhere without it. And then underneath here, you've got another big red zip there, another little stash pocket, useful for things you just want to keep secure and keep out of the way, that don't fall out the pack if you're rummaging around. So maybe important things like your wallet, car keys, that kind of thing, you want to store them away in there. Another nice little feature on the top here, in the top pocket, you've got 4 little lash points. So you can always attach some accessory cord or some bungee cord on the top here and create another little additional storage area for things you want to get on and off quite easily. So let's just whip the sleeping bag out. So there you have it, there's the main compartment. So there's your 30 odd litres of storage, and inside you've got an elasticated sleeve, which is handy for your hydration bladder. Pop that in there, and then the hose comes out. I think it's on the left hand side of the pack on this one. Yeah, on this side of the pack, so when you're wearing the pack it'll be on your left hand side. There's your port for your hydration hose, and that'll come down over the shoulder strap, and you've got an elasticated strap to retain it there. Another great feature of the Futura is that you can split the main compartment in two. Now this is normally a feature that you'd find with larger trekking packs, but they put it on here just because they can. So inside the pack there's a zipped diaphragm, so you can remove that and have it all the way through, or zip it up and create 2 separate compartments. And you can access the base compartment through this zip at the bottom. There you go, you can see that goes all the way through. So So if you want to separate these off, you can put heavier bulky items in the bottom. Hello sheep. Or you can pop in wet and dirty clothing. Again, if you want to put your wet over trousers in there, it would make sense. And just to separate them from the dry, clean contents of your pack. It's a really useful feature. It's there if you want it, or if you don't want it, remove the diaphragm, have one big main compartment. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the Futura 30. It's your classic trekking, hill walking pack, built to last. It's going to last you a lifetime. Really comfortable, really well ventilated, and easy to walk with, distributes that load really well. So the Futura 30 is primarily a male or a unisex pack, and they do the Futura 28. The difference in the size is actually down to the pack is actually physically smaller. This is a female specific pack, so the back system is a little shorter. The hips and the shoulder straps are formed and shaped to suit the female form, so you just lose a couple of litres of storage. Now, to be honest, a couple of litres is virtually nothing. It's about the size of a bag of sugar, so it doesn't compromise on the carrying capacity of the bag at all. You get all the same features, all the same carrying comfort. It's just in a slightly smaller bag. And Deuter are rather helpfully attached a lovely yellow flower to all of their female packs, so that we know they're female and you know they're female packs. So there you have it. That's the Futura 30 and the Futura 28. Now this is only a small part of our Deuter range. If you want to click the link that Harry will put up here, it'll take you to the rest of the Deuter packs that we're doing. Don't forget, put any comments or questions in the video below here. It's always good to hear from you guys. It's always nice to get feedback, whether it's good or bad. We don't mind. Honesty is always the best policy. So please do give us some feedback. Right, this is Paul. I'm going now. Cheerio.